Hi, Scott again with another raw recipe video. This time a soup. Now this is a warm soup. You can make actually the liquid quite a lot warmer than normal. It doesn't have to be boiled, but it certainly would work brilliantly just in a tepid state. Now, bell pepper, cashew milk, some fresh ginger to taste, paprika, some garlic, some turmeric, squeeze of lime juice, salt and pepper to taste, and the noodle is actually a spiralized zucchini which I've stripped off the green skin so that you get a lovely white noodle, and I tell you what, you wouldn't know the difference. So what you do is use the Vitamix to get this one going. We won't need the thing up the top there. And I'm going to put some lovely warm water in there for a starter. There we go, all over the place, but that's fine. A little bit of miso is the other thing I forgot to mention. Don't need a lot. Because it's quite salty as it is. Where's that half a cup of cashew milk? Now again, the sort of thing, you don't need a full cup, but I'll just go underneath of it and you can play around with the quantity. This is going to give a lovely creamy texture. So this goes in. Bingo. And let's put this in here. This is the bell pepper. It's actually banana pepper, but you know what I mean. Now, there's my turmeric. It's actually fresh turmeric, but you can use powdered turmeric if necessary. I'm just going to take a little off the end. It's very, very strong. That can go on there. Same with the ginger. That can go on there. Clove of garlic. We'll actually save the lime juice. Well, so put a little bit of lime juice in here, which sweetens it up beautifully. But we'll also save some lime juice for the spiralized. And the fennel bulb, if you haven't seen fennel, that's a fennel bulb, and we'll use that basically to go on the top. A dash of turmeric, which will go both in and on. Okay. Now, if you're a bit worried about the amount of salt that I sometimes use in recipes, and it is a sea salt, by the way, and in some cases it's actually an Australian desert salt, which is actually really, really pure. Celery. Celery is a wonderful supplier of sodium, good quality naturally occurring sodium chloride. You can use this as a salt alternative if you wish. I will pop some of that in, but I will give this a bit of a salt as well. Now it won't need a lot because remember it has got the miso in there as well. And of course pepper. Dash of oil. Doesn't need too much. And I think that's pretty well it. We'll put the lid on and set it off. Now remember, if you make this go very fast, it warms up anyway. And that's okay too. This means that you're not cooking the vegetables. Okie doke. So let's just have a wee taste of that. I'll just... That's delicious. I'll tell you what we could do though, just a little bit more of this miso and a little bit more of the cashew milk just to make it a lot creamier. There you go. And again, you can play around with this. Let's put the lid back on. That's about all it needs. Now, before we do anything else, let's just get the noodle side of things going. And the best idea is select the larger end and just put that straight into your soup bowl. Nice and fresh. And just break that off because otherwise it becomes a bit of a mouthful. And then we're going to pour the liquid over the RAWdon noodles. Put a little bit more in there. Beautiful. Now you see that that is entirely white. You honestly wouldn't know the difference between those noodles, and they're so white almost the light's reflecting off and you can hardly see them, but they're just fabulous. Okie doke. So now what we do is just take our lid off here. that straight in there. Just have another wee taste. Beautiful. Pour that onto the noodles. And now that's quite warm, which is really lovely. And now we want just a few slivers of fennel. And some chives. Before we do any of that, we'll just do the obligatory. And I'll just put some of these in the center. Now these will sit up beautifully on top of the noodles. Just put that there. There we go. And a few more. Some chives. And I like to have just a squeeze more of lime juice. And again, you can play around with the flavors here beautifully. Okay, and a dash of paprika. Doesn't need a lot. Notice I say that a lot. Doesn't need a lot. Now I had a red chili somewhere. Here it is here. And I pop the chili on top as well. I tend to just get him a bit liquidy. Very nice and shiny. And there we go. That's it. That's your RAWdon soup. Now again, it's pretty white, but the pictures at the front and the back of the video will show you exactly what it's all about. But I tell you what, this is most delicious. Now I just need to have another little try. Oh, beautiful. Got everything in it. You can taste the turmeric, taste the ginger. Just everything stunning. Just fabulous. Look, you're going to enjoy that. Take your time over it. Have a real lovely play with it. And again, rock your socks off, your friends. You can make it warmer if you want to. This is just sort of tepid, just sort of warm. You can use boiling water if you boiling or just to the simmer if you want to give yourself a warm soup, as long as the vegetables aren't destroyed in the process. Enjoy that, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, I'm Scott. Cheerio.